In today's video, I am going to teach you how to use absolute cell references in Excel. To get started, open your Excel workbook and look at your worksheet grid. You should see columns labeled with letters across the top and rows labeled with numbers down the side. In this demonstration, we will use cells in column B, and then we will create a formula in column C that multiplies values together. Take a moment to locate cell B1 and cell B2, because everything that follows depends on these two cells. First, enter 2 in cell B1. Click directly into cell B1 and type the number 2. Then press Enter or click into another cell. When you do this, Excel stores that value in B1. This cell will act like a constant in our calculation, meaning it will not change when we copy the formula to other rows. Now that B1 is set, we can move on to the next input. Next, enter 10 in cell B2. Click cell B2, type 10, and confirm the value. With 10 now in B2, you have the starting value that we will multiply. At this point, take a quick glance to make sure B1 shows 2 and B2 shows 10, because correct inputs make the results make sense. Now we will begin the formula part. Click cell C2. Go to column C and select the cell labeled C2. This is where we will type a formula that takes the value in B2 and multiplies it by the value in B1. Using C2 as the first formula, cell gives you a clean place to see the result before you copy it down. Once C2 is selected, type $B2 asterisk $B$1. As you type, pay close attention to the symbols. The equal sign tells Excel that you are entering a formula. Then B2 is the cell reference you want to change. The asterisk is the multiplication operator, so it multiplies rather than adds. The part that matters most is $B$1. The dollar signs create an absolute cell reference. That means the reference to B1 will stay locked even when we copy the formula to other rows. After you finish typing the formula exactly, you will press Enter next. Press Enter. After pressing Enter, Excel calculates the result in C2. Because B2 is 10 and B1 is 2, the formula multiplies 10 by 2, giving you 20. If you see 20 in cell C2, that confirms your absolute reference worked correctly. Now we are ready to copy the formula down to additional rows, which is where absolute references really prove their value. Click C2 again so it is highlighted. You should see the formula displayed in the formula bar at the top of Excel when C2 is selected. This helps you verify that the formula is still intact before you copy it. It is normal for the cell to show a border when selected, and that border indicates the fill operation will start from this cell. Finally, drag the fill handle down to C5. In most versions of Excel, the fill handle is a small square in the bottom right corner of the selected cell. Place your cursor on that small square, then click and drag downward until you reach cell C5. As you drag, Excel automatically fills in the new formula for each row. The key detail is that only the relative part, B2, will shift to match each row, while the absolute part, $B$1, will remain fixed as B1. This is why absolute references are so useful when you want one fixed value to apply across multiple calculations. After you finish dragging to C5, look at the results in cells C3 through C5. You should see each cell calculating based on the corresponding B value, multiplied by the constant in B1. For example, wherever the formula points to the next B cells, it will still multiply by 2 from B1, rather than switching to a different row in column B. That covers everything you need to know, and that is all there is to it.